Okay, guys, about 30 seconds later, after recording my L audio, my wife is still rummaging around and reorganizing our stickers, so ignore the background noise. I am starting with a layer of Aleene's. I usually use matte medium, but it's like $13 for a tub of it, and I am so very cheap. So Aleene's works really well in a pinch if you're not trying to go for perfection. So I am just smearing this Aleene's all over with an old Blick credit card, or a gift card. Trying to get a nice smooth thin application of the glue. And I am taking this awesome tissue paper, which was given to me by my good friend Kelly Merton. She sent me some flowers after one of my videos. I complained I didn't have any like I Am Roses flowers, so she sent me a bunch of wild orchid crafts, or yeah, I think that's it, flowers. And they're just absolutely beautiful. She's amazing. And she sent this tissue paper, which she had sprayed through. So one side had the actual stencil sprayed through. The other side had the reverse of the stencil. So this is one side. And I just loved it. And considering I just went through and did my How Much I Hate Summer video, I figured this would be perfect to kind of mentally cool me down a little bit. So it just reminds me of a beautiful, snowy day. So I loved it. So thank you, Kelly. Okay, so I am just taking some stays on the opaque, the cotton white, and I was going to re-ink my ink pad, and I'm like, wow, I'll just use the ink right off the mat. So I did. That's what I did. Grabbing a makeup sponge from the dollar store, and I'm just kind of frosting the edges of it. Frosting. Like hair or a cake. But it cracks me up when people say they got their hair frosted. It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Are you going to go home and watch the brand new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when you're done getting your hair frosted? That's so cool. Oh my god, did you see those new Jordache commercials? Oh, amazing. It's highlights. It's highlights now. So, if you say frosted and I just offended you, it's okay. It's okay. We're still friends, but you need to use the word highlight. Or just go and get your hair permed and frosted. That's fine. I love you no matter what, because you were born this way. So I'm just cleaning up that ink. Good footage, right? It's good footage. Good footage right there. Oh, kill me. Yeah, and then the video went really blue for some reason, and then it comes back. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. So it looks all blue. It's not. And there it goes. And I have the autofocus turned off, so I don't know what just happened there. I guess they have like a color correct I should probably turn off. Because yeah, look at all that. It's like bizarre. So I wanted to do a black and white page, so there's no color in this page whatsoever other than black and white. So I'm just cutting little half-inch strips of paper from Basil cardstock. We went craft shopping for Father's Day. You know, most guys get like ties or tools or no. We went and blew a ton of money at Joann's and Michael's and where else? Oh my god, the thrift store. Oh, I went to the Goodwill and found 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 canvases. I think they've got to be bigger than 24 by 24. They're really big and they're about an inch deep. They were $5 a piece and I got 25% off. So I got 4 canvases for $15. They have paint on them, but it's just black and white, and you can tell someone actually painted them, but it's nothing like, no one's going to come back and say, oh my god, oh, those are my new Tim Holtz scissors. I was kissing them because I love them. I needed a new pair, so I donated my old ones to my wife. So, yeah, sloppy seconds, you're welcome. So, yeah, those canvases, I'm so stoked about those canvases. So, I highly doubt someone's going to come back one day and say, oh my god, those were worth $7 million quadrillion $1 million, because they're like, you can smell that someone who owned them smoked, and they're kind of dirty. So, like, the white's no longer white. So they're probably in someone's storage unit. So I went and priced them, and the same canvas at Joann's was like $45. So even on sale, I still got a screaming deal. Hooray for thrift shopping! So if you can't tell, I'm essentially making a window here with these black pieces of paper. So what else I got at the thrift store? I got a Melissa and Doug. They make wood kids toys, little tray. It kind of looks like an alterations box. Yeah, that was 75 cents. Got a couple whatchamahoots, Lazy Susans for my craft supplies, 75 cents. Dress patterns. Oh my gosh, they had so many dress patterns and sewing patterns for, I think I paid 50 cents or 75 cents. So, hooray for thrift shopping. Only spent $20 out of pocket. It's good stuff. These are little clamps from the dollar store, or right by the register. I was like, ooh, these are perfect. Actually, my wife found them, and I said, oh, get me a pack. So this video is fairly short because I didn't record the entire process because some of it was very duplicative. So I knew I was going to cut it out anyway. So I just show you one part and then the final results. So sorry if you were expecting more out of this page. I do like how it comes out though. It's really pretty. And I actually used the right letter this time. No duplicates, no wrong letter. No, that's the stuff right there, man. You know, when you just don't jack up. That's just awesome. Creating my little crossbars for my window. Because, you know, I've ever looked out my window in Vegas and seen this. No. We did have snow once. The winter, about a year after my son was born. I think it was 2008. And it was so crazy. We got, I don't know what it was, like an inch and a half of snow or something in one night. It was so bad. People that didn't have either all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, they were just stuck. Just all these, it's funny because a lot of people drive convertibles and, you know, Corvettes and all these little cars just stranded on the side of the road with all the snow on the road, and I'm just cruising along. Bye-bye. I just happen to have all-wheel drive. It was worth it for that one day. Haven't needed it since, but there you go. So now that that's all dry, I am just writing along the edge of the frame. And here, story time with Aaron at Imperfect Impulses again. It says, maybe I should try this in my best British voice, which is not very good. Make something. It doesn't need to be overly intricate or complicated. That was a little bit Australian. It just needs to be something you create. If it conveys a thought or emotion, even better. Again, it's your art journal. No one can tell you it's right or wrong. It's yours. Do what you want to do. There you go. I'm a little bit British, a little bit Australian. Not my forte, apparently. You're welcome, though. But it did feel like a masterpiece theater reading, didn't it? Have that wonderful classical music in the background. And I'm totally wearing a smoking jacket right now. I'm not. I'm wearing a full pleated skirt. Oh, excuse me, kilt. No, I'm not that either. I'm just making stuff up as I go, which is usually how I roll. Okay, so this is a perfect medium pen. Got this about 1 million years ago from Joann. Not Joann, like an individual Joann's, like the store. And it's sticky enough that you can emboss with it, but it's so dry because it's at least 4 or 5 years old that I had such a hard time. What I ended up doing was taking the pen and actually pushing it into my Versamark pen toward the end. Pad, I mean. Pushing it into my Versamark pad so I could actually get a little bit more ink on there. But essentially all I'm doing is kind of like my Poppies page. I'm just embossing using UTEE just to create a window effect. And I love my Heat It tool. As you can tell, it's well loved. It is filthy as sin, but it just, for embossing, especially with UTEE, you just have to get right up on it. It just doesn't get as hot as, say, the Doris one from Michaels. It just doesn't get that hot. And that's good for what I do with acrylic paint, because I don't want my paint to bubble. I just want it to dry. But for embossing, man, I miss my Doris tool, but it like exploded on us. So it didn't explode, but it just fizzled out one day. So didn't want you thinking we're all completely, mutilated from a embossing tool, because we're not. It just stopped working. So yeah, I just got a nice thick couple applications, about 2 or 3 layers of embossing folder. I did that in all 4 of those rectangles for the window. And then when it cooled, I bent the page up and cracked it. You can't really tell in the photos, but it looks like a really cool window looking outside on a nice snowy day, which is awesome in the middle of June in Vegas. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon for the N page. I've lettered my pages so I don't forget. All right, talk to you later. Bye.